Got my heater, boys. Let's see how good it works. But I'm gonna get to work on the Evo, do some more work, but I'm gonna let this heat up the garage a bit. The fan actually kicks in faster. Let's go do a little walk around of Ryan's BMW. I'm gonna show you guys exactly everything about this car and everything Ryan needs to do to fix it up. Alright, so let's start by the interior. Got a bucket seat. Good bucket seat actually, but my ass doesn't fit in it. It's made for small asses. I don't even know how Ryan fits in it. Shitty welded brackets on the stock rails. I mean, for me, this is something I wouldn't do. Like, he could have made these brackets better. And basically, I'm not dissing his car or anything. I'm just showing everything that I hope he fixes and everything that he should fix before he goes drifting again with this car. Because this car is like not ready. Anyways, let's continue. So, definitely needs to mount that gauge better. I don't know if his dash works. I think maybe it works. It's really sketchy, like start button, like everything's tie wrapped. The door, like he should have just left the door card in. The rear's not so bad. The chassis is actually a lot less rust than his old one. Car definitely needs a paint. His handbrake. Alright, let me sit in this car for a second. Alright, so I'm in his car. Actually, I do fit in his seat. Shifter's fucked. Shifter linkage got fucked when his drive shaft guibo let go. He had a solid mount guibo. I never thought that was a good idea, but he was like, yo, if solid mount's not gonna break, right? I really hate the position of his handbrake. It's like steering wheel, and then it's like not straight. Like I would have it here straight. He has it like way down here. Even if he puts a bar, it's gonna be right in his wipers. So I definitely think he should turn this a bit, have it straight. His shifter, he's gonna have to redo the linkage. Got this the dash. Well, he still wants to street drive this car, even though he really shouldn't. Yeah, this panel's not bad. It's bonded and everything. Definitely needs to paint this. Another thing I really don't like about this is look at that gas pedal, boys. It's a Toyota Corolla gas pedal cut and welded together, and the brackets held in by metal screws, self-tappers. I mean, yeah, it works, I guess, but I don't know. I wouldn't have done it like that. Yeah. Cracked windshield. I put a BMW check engine sign. Let's open the hood. Alright, so the only thing actually of worth on this car, it's got a 1JZ. And even his, his hood isn't even bolted down. Like, that's like a 2-second thing. He's running the stock twins. He's definitely gonna, his plan is to upgrade to a single turbo, so that's good. I don't like his engine mounts, how sketchy they are. It's just like flat bar with stock round tube to like another flat bar. I don't know. I just think he could brace that up a bit. No air filter. Not that it matters because stock twins is bullshit. He had forgotten to put a key thing. So the timing, the holds in the timing belt. So last year he was driving and the timing belt was eating away at the cover, so he had to take off that bolt, put it back on, but now he's running completely no cover. So if he wants to street drive this thing, I want to see him put a full cover on it. Next thing is he's running, as you can see, a power steering reservoir, and then he's running, I'm guessing, another power steering reservoir because the water pump is one that has to be lubricated by oil. I don't know how that works, but he definitely needs to figure that out and put like a good water pump that doesn't need that bullshit. Because especially if he has a single turbo, I mean, that just looks fucking haggard to me. He definitely has to fix that. You guys can say all you want about these headlights. He loves them. I think they look like shit. Oh, I didn't notice that. This front mount tabs broke off. Did we crash? I don't think so. Definitely make new tabs. I don't think the bottom's held in by anything. Yeah, bottom's not held. Intercooler's being held in by tie wraps. Come on, bro. The fan too. So over the winter I want to see him invest in a good rad because this rad is trash. Definitely remove this. Maybe get this re-welded straight because right now it's like welded on an angle. Definitely get a better set of coilovers. He's running these Status Group like stance coilovers on a drift car. Right now he has no lower control arm because Gab busted his ball joint and Ryan was nice enough to lend it to him. Water bottle overflow. All right, the worst thing ever, his angle plate mod. Basically his theory behind this was that he wanted to make a angle plate that's similar to like the GK Tech kit, where it's like a bolt-on thing that extends the track width but also at the same time shortens the tie rod throw, so it gives you more angle. Gave him a shit ton of angle, but the thing is he didn't do enough research. Like his first angle plates didn't work at all, and I was like, bro, I mean, you got to think of Ackerman. So his Ackerman angle was not good to start off with. Yeah, so yeah, his Ackerman wasn't good. Right now it's like he's got zero self steer. That wheel has more angle than this wheel. Not now because it doesn't have angle plate or anything. So he's got to remove those. He's got to get like a legit kit. He's thinking E36 lower control arms cut and welded. At this point I'm just thinking like you should just invest in like an SLR kit. It'd be cheaper, and you know, it's, yeah, sure, you're gonna be paying like $1,000 something for the angle kit, but that shit's just gonna work and it's gonna last and it's proven. Like Chelsea, Aaron sent pictures of this to Chelsea Denofa and he was like, bro, of course that's gonna feel wonky. It's gonna feel wonky. His kingpin like where the ball joint is moving, so it's definitely gonna be wonky. You know, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the pivot point of the axis. It's like the whole wheel is moving like this, like in a circle, when it should just be like this, you know what I mean? So now instead of moving like this, the whole tire is like moving forward and backwards. Anyways, it's weird. He swapped a 1J in a BMW, I'll give him that. Haggard to shit though. But, you know, he's done that. Engines run fine for the 3 track day events that he's done. Man, these hook pins are shit. definitely. I'm gonna say definitely adjust these stupid things so the hood pins can actually close. Jesus. Ugh. All right, so I talked to, oh yeah, just make a front, he definitely needs to make like a front crash beam in the front. Definitely needs to replace this stock crash beam and make like a nice bash bar. Just gotta remove this plastic. Other than that, probably, well, if he gets the SLR kit, he'll have all the bushings in the front, which will be good. The rear. Oh, battery's flashing red. It might die. Okay. Wonky exhaust cut. I mean, okay. He's running S13 rear coilovers. I'm gonna zoom up on this. You see his lock nut on his camber arms weren't even tight. The diff bolts came off by hand when I tried to take off his drive shaft. He's got to cut all of whatever's in the trunk. So right now I feel like his rear end's way too stiff and the front end is just, it's shit coilovers, man. Should get BCs. Oh, one thing we couldn't adjust at the track also, Shannonville, his tie rod ends, his locking nuts were not, they couldn't move, so I was like, you should just weld them so like they don't move. And he's like, no, they're good. I'm like, really? Like, that's gonna make some play in the tie rods. Anyways, that's Ryan's theory. So coilover's too stiff in the back, too soft in the front. It's got no sway bar in the front. I don't think the sway bar is connected in the rear. The coilovers, he's running 335 on one set for the dual caliper bracket. He definitely needs to make to finish the lines to plumb the dual caliper bracket because he's no handbrake right now. And then he's running the 323 brakes that he had on his other car, which are actually smaller. So he had fitment issues when he was making the double caliper bracket. And since he took my 325 calipers, now I have to buy a fucking new set because I tried to take the 320i calipers in the rear, which are the same as his 323, so he should have just taken the 320, then he would have had the same in the rear. Now he's fucked, kinda, not really, because he grinded down his caliper brackets, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds safe, bro. And now I'm fucked because now I don't have proper calipers for my Evo, so I'm just gonna buy 4 brand new calipers for my dual caliper bracket, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can keep those. I know I do have another set of 325i rear calipers at his dad on that other chassis, so I think I'm just gonna go get that. But when I can go get it, I don't know. He needs to figure out a solution so I can get that car out of there and part it out and scrap it or whatever. He needs to remove this. Like, he took it off, but he needs to remove that. It's not a 323i. It's not even a this is a 330 chassis. As you can tell by the no, you can't see it here. His cluster. It's a 330 cluster, and he definitely needs to get a set of rims because he's drifting on 16s, no poke, nothing, and they're super heavy. And yeah, if you guys want to see more of this car, just let me know in the description. I hope Ryan works on it this winter. And yeah, and my dad's arriving, so yeah, I know he'll work on it. Those are just a couple of the pointers that I think he should work on and concentrate. I know some of you guys wanted to see more of this car, so I just want to do a little walk around so he can have a little point of view of me what I think, what he needs to improve. I mean, he knows most of this stuff, but yeah.
Fire makes the city look so bright. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go.